Hello and welcome to Expert Age, a thought leadership initiative by Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. I am Ajinkya Ingle, your host for today's engaging discussion. Expert Age is designed to bring together industry leaders and our experienced analysts to explore into critical topics within the information and technology domain, offering their valuable perspectives and knowledge sharing. Today, we have an insightful panel discussions on the evolving dynamics of voice of customer VoC platforms and the role of AI/ML. This is an incredibly relevant topic for businesses which are increasingly focused on leveraging advanced technologies to enhance their customer and employee experiences. And to discuss this, we are thrilled to have with us Federico Cesconi, who is the co-founder and CEO of Sandsiv. Along with him, we have Shruti Jadhav, who is the Vice President and Principal Analyst for Customer Experience at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions, and Abhishek Dubey, who is the Analyst Customer Experience at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. Federico, Shruti, and Abhishek, welcome to Expert Age. Shruti, I would like to hand over the conversation to you to start our discussion.
Thank you, Ajinkya, and thank you, Federico, for joining us today. And to start with, let's delve into how real-time feedback is transforming voice of customer platforms, right? And as we know, voice of customer platforms are instrumental, in capturing and analyzing customer feedback to enhance customer experience and satisfaction. And I think it's one of the critical components of a VoC, right? And it allows businesses to promptly respond to customers' needs and concerns and especially real time feedback. When we talk about, it helps companies to make those immediate adjustments and improvements to ensure that there is timely intervention, and it not only boosts the customer satisfaction but also helps in retaining customers and building a long-term loyalty. So I think definitely real-time feedback is essential in making those necessary adjustments and improvisations throughout the entire customer journey. So Federico, probably you can share your perspective on how real-time feedback is transforming voice of customer platforms, and why is it so important to deliver a superior customer experience.
First of all, thank you for the invitation in participating in this panel. Well, let's put also let's make it a little bit more simple in terms that we are talking here about the real-time feedback, but at the end of the day, what is important is to work with the feedback of the customer. Then if you can do it in real time, even better. But there are still a lot of organization, a lot of company that they don't listen the voice of the customer. This is the problem number one. There are other organization that they are more interested, let's say, to measure the satisfaction of the customer, but they don't do anything, so they don't go proactively to the customer. And then for sure there are organizations that are good and they work with the voice of the customer. They try to basically integrate the voice of the customer within different processes they have. Could be product management process, could be improve the experience, for instance, in the customer care area, etc., etc. When we talk about real time, as you said, it's become important when the company is focused on let's say the close the loop process. So really going back to the customer, and could be a negative experience or could be a positive experience, can basically try to solve the problem of the customer that just passed to the negative experience, but could be also a positive experience. And in that case, my personal know-how and experience working in this area teach me that is a very good opportunity to do cross-selling or an upselling. So to out of a positive experience to basically create value for the company. So real time becomes, I think, really important when when you can detect the single customer, when you can go back to the customer and do something, and also understanding so the ability that you really can do something, because if you go back to the customer, you really need or to solve his problem, or to pass, to offer him something in terms of, customer that pass through a positive experience. So I spent a lot of time introducing and answering your question, but that was, in my opinion, the important point. So real time is important in certain case, but, as I see how companies work today, etc., I would say most important is really to work with the voice of the customer and do something with the voice of the customer.
Yes, absolutely. Totally agree to what you said. And right, as you said, right now, I think it's very important. In fact, to even gather or rather capture the customer feedback. And like you said, many companies are not even doing that. So real-time feedback is another aspect, but ensuring that you capture the necessary data and taking action as well on that data, is important. And definitely real-time feedback, as you said, it helps, but it helps more where you are dealing with the customer one-on-one, maybe to ensure those gaps or loopholes are solved there. But yes, definitely, I think real-time feedback can add value in that case. If the customer's data is or feedback is collected throughout the entire journey, right? So it was great to know your perspective on that. And the other topic I wanted to speak to you about was about the personalized campaigns, right? And I wanted to see how VoC data is utilized in personalized marketing campaigns. And like as we know, it is becoming increasingly important for businesses to strive to create and tailor those experiences. And I think VoC data definitely helps company to segment their audience more effectively, create targeted marketing messages that resonate well with their customers, right? And I think this kind of data driven approach is definitely necessary for a better personalization, and even which leads to higher conversion rates or improved customer loyalty. So, I think VoC is driving that personalization, and it is helping the companies, build a very strong bond with their customers, right? So, when we talk about personalized marketing campaigns, right? So they basically leverage VoC insights to tailor those product recommendations, promotional strategies, and customer interactions, and that too based on the preferences and behaviors. So I think like you mentioned, so it is helping marketers in upselling opportunities, providing seasonal and trend-based offers. And I think these insights are definitely necessary for the marketers to guide promotional efforts by highlighting customer expectations regarding regarding the discounts or promotions and loyalty rewards, right? So I think VoC data is definitely playing a very crucial role when it comes to personalized marketing campaigns. So what are your thoughts on this? So, do you feel that VoC should be integrated with marketing technology or marketing platform like MMH or anything of multi-channel marketing hubs, or precisely, or even any other marketing technologies to ensure these organizations are able to deliver personalized marketing campaigns? So, what are your thoughts on this, Federico?
Well, it's an excellent question, and is something my thoughts start already years ago. Because in my opinion, if you think about VoC and how is positioned VoC with CRM system and marketing campaign system, is definitely, a tool that supports these two processes. They are complementary, they are not exclusive. So all the insights we can gain from the voice of the customer can definitely be used in a very good way, in supporting the customer, but as you said, in marketing campaigns. And maybe, in going back to the first question and thinking about the first question with the marketing automation tool, then real-time feedback and the ability to work in real time the feedback makes a big advantage, because there is a kind of time latency of the value of the information. More the marketing automation or the marketing campaign system receive early the information, more opportunities and more probability that the customer can accept the offer, the upselling, cross-selling offer. But definitely, when we work in campaign management or in marketing automation, the ability to basically get what I call the customer intimacy. So knowing exactly what the customer is thinking about a process or about a product or about his level of satisfaction with the company are extremely important, because you can definitely tailor a specific offer to that customer, or avoid to send an offer to that customer, because now is not the time that the customer has a big willingness to accept the offer, and really generate value out of that information. I think you touch a very important point. The integration of those kind of insight and the view of the customer intimacy with the campaigns. It's extremely important.
Absolutely. That's great to know your perspective on that, Federico. And like you said, it's very important. Like there are tools like CDP and all of that which help in segmentation. But when we also think about the feedback part, right? To make those personas more solid, I think when the VoC data is supported uh, with other marketing technologies, I think it also creates stronger personal personas and helps in more targeted marketing campaigns. So thanks for your perspective on that. So let's hear from Abhishek. Maybe Abhishek, would you like to add something to our discussion today?
Yeah, sure, Suti. So thank you, Suti and Federico, for giving us a detailed view on utilizing VOC data for personalized marketing campaigns. So moving on to our final topic, Federico, let's discuss the impact of Gen AI on VOC platform. So Gen AI has the potential to significantly enhance customer and employee experience, and that include like predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics, which helps to forecast customer behaviors and suggest optimal actions. It also encompasses question generation and template suggestions that helps to streamline the feedback collection processes. Additionally, there are like generative AI can provide enhanced insights for better decision making, and it also facilitate advanced form creation and making like data gathering more efficient and insightful. There are chatbots also, AI chatbots, so that also helps to further enhance user interaction by providing immediate response and support. And there is text and speech analytics is another like aspect in the VOC platform that helps to enable like deeper understanding of written and spoken feedbacks. And we cannot like forget the journey and process intelligence that helps to map out and optimize customer journeys. So, Federico, could you share your perspective on the impact of Gen AI on the VOC platform? Federico, sorry, I think you are not audible. Yeah.
On mute, maybe.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was on mute. I was on mute to avoid, noise in your speech. I said generative AI is definitely a revolution, is a big revolution. Of course, we need to understand what kind of limits we have in generative AI, because a lot of people thinks, okay, we have a real artificial intelligence, and this artificial intelligence can do everything. If is not that the case, let's say, but definitely is a revolution. So we need to understand how we can apply this technology, in particular, according to your question, to the voice of the customer platform. So the first thing I always told to my guys was, we need to focus on the customer experience of our clients. If generative AI will help to improve the customer experience of our clients, then let's do it, and let's develop something. But if we do this just to say, okay, we use generative AI in our platform, then it doesn't make any sense, because I'm not providing value. Having said that, I think there are, and this will be a big revolution also, for the voice of the customer platform. In particular, there are possibility to, let's say, using generative AI in a lot of different natural language processing areas that are extremely important in the voice of the customer to generate insights out of the voice of the customer. There are possibility to use kind of co-pilots, tools that you can apply on the voice of the customer. And one thing I think it will become also important, and you mentioned before, will be what I call the conversational survey. So the ability, let's say, to survey a customer. Now I'm saying in a very bad way, without having a predefined survey, but really asking the right questions, and really go deep in what are the drivers of satisfaction or dissatisfaction of the customer. So those are more or less the area we are working on also, as in our platform. I think what I said before, what is extremely important is to understand what kind of benefits we as a VoC vendor we want to bring to our clients. And for me, it's clear, I want to make their life easier, and the fact that they can generate results and values in a faster time than before. So, for instance, in the area of the analytics, becomes extremely important, to have generative AI to support the analysis process. But on the other side, I told at the beginning, we need to be conscious about the limits. So, for instance, if we give, complex mathematical tasks to generative AI, those are a probabilistic model, and they won't answer, let's say, with the right and correct answer. So we need also to understand how we can be 100% sure that we control the output quality of the generative AI model in a way that really I'm creating a better experience to my client, because otherwise I will create a hell experience, which is exactly what we don't want to, what we want to avoid to do it. So, of course, you touch a very big topic. We can stay here for hours to talk about it, but I think more or less those are the main points that we have, to focus now, and thinking about how really generative AI can enhance the customer experience of our clients.
Yeah, rightly said, Federico. Like it should provide value and enhance CX, and asking right question at right time at right place is also important. So, just considering the significant advancement in Gen AI and its
Mhm.
impact on VoC platform, so it's essential to understand the future trajectory of these technology. So, as AI continues to enhance predictive analytics, sentiment analytics, and user interaction. So it opens a new avenues for improving the customer and employee experiences. So how do you see the future of AI, like Gen AI, evolving in the context of customer and employee experience within VOC platform?
Yeah, an easy question. Thank you. I mean, is no, I think okay. We are talking now about generative AI. So we are talking about probabilistic model. The evolution here is more or less clear in terms that we on one side, big company like OpenAI, Anthropic, etc. They are working more on general artificial intelligence, which is not generative artificial intelligence. So general artificial intelligence will provide deterministic model. So model able, I would not say to think because that is not the case, but model with high level quality in mathematics, mathematics problem solving. So those models will become extremely precise and will have a lot of less limitations compared to the model that we have today that are basically probabilistic model. But in the meantime, company like my company or other companies that they don't have the possibility to invest in general artificial intelligence research because we need to be very clear in order to research in the area of a company like OpenAI. You really need to have millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars, what we can do, basically, in parallel, there will be a development in the area of the agentic AI. So using agents to basically create a workaround of those limits the generative AI models have. And for instance, in our platform, we have already different solution, especially in the area of analytics, where agents work independently from the large language model or using large language models, but they work together. There are agents that are really specialized in do mathematical calculation without using, generative AI models in a way that we can be 100% sure that the results and the quality of the figures that we will provide to the end customers are correct. On the other hand, we provide these results to the generative AI model in a way that it can tell us a better story compared to the story that we can create by ourselves, or give us a suggestions on the story we want to create with those figures and those numbers. So I think those are more or less the evolution. I hope to be right, and that in a couple of years you will come to me and said, "Hey, you were right in your in your provision."
I hope so, Federico. So thank you, thank you, Federico, for providing your insight. Over to you, Shruti.
Yes, great, great insights, Federico. And I'm glad that, we could hear so much on the buzzword generative AI in the CX space. And your perspective definitely helps. And it was a pleasure talking to you. Ajinkya, any closing remarks on this?
Sure, Shruti. First of all, thank you, Federico, for joining us today and for such an engaging and insightful discussion. The expertise you all have shared are very valuable in terms of how the role of AI and ML has been transformative in enhancing the VoC platforms and personalizing customer interactions. And also, I would like to thank our audience for joining us today on Expert Edge. We hope you found this session informative and thought-provoking. Stay tuned for more such conversations with the industry leaders and experts. Until next time, keep exploring and stay ahead in the information technology domain. Goodbye.